different force where he's just able to keep up with the best in the UK.
Real Midlands players dropping thing in Mithra to go back to net.
Yeah,
That's all I'm saying.
there we go. Right, okay, so we are hopping straight into it. As we say, this is Zenatti versus Curry Governor. Game 1, this is pro top 64 winner side.
And which means it is still best of 3, which is ludicrous. These are going to be such tense sets. Every interaction is going to be so critical. And it makes this analytical stage so much scarier. Because everything is on the line straight from the word go.
Yeah, Zenatti obviously recognizing they were caught in a bit of a loop there. So just trying to use that fast side B option, just keep themselves out. Switching to the Pyro as well, recognizing, okay, that I can just, pile on a bit more damage. And ridiculous
Let's go!
Oh my god, that's why you go, Pyro!
Beautiful stuff. Getting a nice and early kill. Still 6 minutes on the clock. Very, very strong start for Zenatti, I gotta say.
Yeah, I mean, just what a way to make a statement immediately in this game, of course. So all eyes will be on the set thinking, okay, this is definitely sort of Curry's favor. But Zenatti reminding them, okay, no, I'm still an incredible player of my own way. This is now, certainly all eyes in the venue will be on this set if Zenatti is able to play at that sort of level. And already doing a great job with those uppers as well, just keeping Curry up in the air.
Very, very nice stuff. Curry hasn't had a chance to kind of play a little bit. They kind of got a bit of screen control to work with here. See if they can make something of this ledge. The instant hop, limit cost / not going to be able to make too much out of it though. I love that idea of an anti-air F tilt there. That is so, so smart. And that connected, good lord.
And you could tell that Curry just wasn't, aware. Like, he didn't think that one would happen because he just stood there. He was like, okay, I think I'm safe for the hype, but he's just not.
This is not looking too hot for Curry so far. We're seeing some, weird lack of awarenesses, some weird misinputs like that up B there. But, they're still able to kind of bring this back together, I fully believe.
And despite that up B coming out, unfortunately, Curry losing the limit as well, which meant that Zenatti was just otherwise safe to return back. Okay, the neutral B coming as well. Very nice stuff there from Zenatti.
This is firmly just looking like Zenatti is in full control of this set right now.
And you can tell how focused he is right now. He knows how big a set this is, but he's not letting himself, be caught in the kind of this scale of it. He's just playing the game that he knows, and he's doing so well at it.
And they're very much a player you can kind of see in their, their visual body language, the way that where they're going in their head, which. Oh, I love a clap down smash me. I cannot lie.
Okay, Zenatti still hanging on there. The up B coming out.
Hold up. Oh, my lord.
Oh, my God, a no tech. Zenatti taking game 1.
Really not a great start for Curry Governor fans out here. There are a lot of kind of spotty gameplay and missing techs, misinputs. It's a little bit worrying if you're in that the North camp right here.
Yeah, I mean, Zenatti just really, again, just showing just how focused he is on this set. We said it before, you could see in the player cam, he was literally laser focused. He was not, it was like almost everything else in the room was completely deaf to him. There was only one thing that he was focusing on, and it was the set, and it's showing.
It is so hard in these sorts of situations, If you've never been to a UK event, you might not register quite how loud the audience is. There was talk, I think it was last week at Genesis, how quiet the crowd was in terms of the American side of things. It is a whole different thing out here.
It is a completely different ballpark here.
For an event that's just a percentage of the size, it is so much louder.
We've said before about how loud the North especially can get for their boys, and they are certainly coming out in full force here. It is essentially just North versus Midlands here, as the Midland boys are also all out here rooting for Zenatti, especially after that game 1. But Curry certainly seems to have woken up after that first game. He has certainly woken up, Jasper.
Returning the favor of the first stock in the first game, firmly, kind of saying, I'm back, I'm in my headspace, that's all I need, and just closing out Zenatti's first stock. Been a beautiful showing with that beautifully spaced fair.
Yeah, and suddenly, again, this is almost a complete reversal of that game 1, even just in terms of general sort of pace right now. It's almost all Curry's favor. Meanwhile, Zenatti's struggling to find that kill. Curry's just piling on more and more damage.
And that limit is here once again, so they're going to be able to have so much control of the space. I am so shocked we didn't see the limit process there. That looked like it was perfect, like the stars have aligned. But who needs limit when you have Cloud back air? Incredible damage, incredible knockback, incredible pressure. It does it all.
Okay, and again, this is just such a different pace right now, a completely different vibe to the entire set.
All right, let's come back.
Even then, Curry, 136%, refusing to go down, but finally that up B does connect with the ridiculously huge hitbox that it has. Curry not able to avoid it, certainly going to go to their death there. But Zenatti got quite a hill to climb if they want to make their way back.
But a beautiful cat call on that throw, spot dodging that beautifully. Is a great way to start it. Oh, cleaving through that, we saw Curry failing to kind of respond to that side beat a few times in the first game, just beating it out the first time we see it this time. This is a new man. Oh, whereas Zenatti, that is not what you want to see. That is no way, shape or form what they wanted as an option in that situation.
And again, I'm just loving the absolute patience for Curry as well, to sort of just wait out. He's got the limit as well, which is such an intimidating factor to it, because Zenatti knows that if something like the Blade Beam or Side Beam was to come out, that would be the game.
It's looking a little bit dicey right now, I'm not going to lie. Both players really scrambling to find a hit. Both of them know that they're going to kill on a single touch at these kind of percents. These are both killer characters.
Okay, Zenatti using that burst option there from the dash attack to take away their stock, and showing that they are certainly not out. This is, you know, they are a high percent, but certainly they are not out of the set just yet. Curry's still trying to find their mark as well.
The Rising Dare is such a great way of re-establishing tempo of your own. This is a really great situation for Curry, but Zenatti is doing some good stuff to kind of get some control back off the screen. They fought their way back into the center beautifully.
And you notice as well that Zenatti has been sticking with that Pyra, because they recognize with the high percent that they were at, they want to try and pile on as much damage as they could, as quickly as they could. But unfortunately, it's all for naught in the end. Curry finds that back air, takes game 2. We're one apiece.
Absolutely, and as you say, you know, Pyra does so much damage and establishes so much control, applies so much pressure, but losing control of the neutral is one of the biggest aspects of what we're seeing here, is that once you're in Pyra, you can't move.
Yeah.
You are a moving fortress, but moving is a strong word, whereas Cloud is able to dance around you so cleanly, so efficiently, and still have that power at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, now for game 3, going to a slightly smaller stage here in Hollow Bastion. So Zenatti, you know, clearly sort of looking to try and close the gap between them. Really just going for almost a very aggressive game here, I think is the plan.
Gets a really solid 50 straight out of the gate, turning into a 70 even more so. Very strong out of the gate. These two are just trading tempos back and forth. Ooh, tries to find that parry punish, isn't going to quite find it. It's so ridiculously tight versus Climb Hazard. And the combos out of that Climb Hazard as well from Curry. Really beautiful stuff. Be careful when you're on that ledge. You are never safe.
Yeah, Zenatti thankfully aware of the position he was in, but a lot of players wouldn't in their sort of position. So Zenatti still hanging on here. Meanwhile, Curry actually at a very high percent. You know, despite everything, Zenatti's just been, you know, piling on all this damage so suddenly. And now just on the hunt to try and find that stock. But Curry is...
And I'll tell you what the percent is. I'm sitting at 0 on Zenatti because Curry masterfully taking control of this and losing it just as fast. With a very aggressive Climb Hazard. That's the thing. If you find a Climb Hazard in that situation, it establishes so much tempo for you, but they completely whiff it. Does not go their way. This is how Zenatti gets back into this.
Exactly, and especially, you know, that was so good for Curry as well. Even though he went down very quickly after taking the stock, considering how down he was in that first stock, to get himself back into it that quickly, you know, absolutely huge. And now, again, we're just seeing, you know, a very even set between these two.
Oh my lord, that is when you get the limit on the hit that gives you off stage, it's a special kind of terrifying, right? Oh, the returning Nair to keep the pressure going. This is beautiful stuff!
And yeah, unfortunately, Zenatti not having a jump there. He was so close to making it bad, but Curry just capitalizing on the fact that he recognized that Zenatti not having that jump. And now Zenatti starting to look a little bit panicked here. That side beat coming out. Curry was ready for it.
And another one as well. Trying to end it all with that two-piece situation there. Not quite finding the mark. Almost one hit to limit. There we go. One tag will easily close things out in this situation if you find a good offstage situation. If you're Curry, they go for the finishing touch. They aren't able to find their mark. But even still, the stock lead is so huge, and it's only getting bigger as we see the red numbers coming on for Zenatti.
Exactly, and Zenatti certainly, you know, sort of, it's clear that they want to take this stock now, stick with that Pirate the entire time, not even think about switching to the Mithra. But they need to find it, and Curry's not going to give it. No, Zenatti's still hanging on.
Just building limit off screen, off stage for no discernible reason, you know? Sometimes you just got to let people back. Again, the flame has hit them in a situation where they weren't ready for it. 3 games in a row right now. Curry is just not aware of that hitbox. No way, shape, or form. But even still, the control is so huge. The back throw into the offstage. This could be everything here and now.
Yeah, you can see that Curry knows that he's in a great place. Just plays safely, so kept himself nice and sort of just calm. And in the end, that back air.
The rising back air from offstage. Yeah. As you said, they've been playing it so carefully, so controlled. We saw situations where they would get the ledge and they would actually just let Zenatti come back just to see if they'd go for an aggressive option. Because if they went for an aggressive option, they would die on the spot for it. And the last thing you're expecting when a player is playing on that kind of wavelength, to do a rising bear from offstage, that is not on the cards for you.
Yeah, exactly. And in the end, all it sort of came down to was Zenatti maybe a little bit sort of impatient for that kill there, recognizing that he was in a good place to potentially make a big upset, but just maybe a little bit too eager to take the game and throwing out a few options, which Curry was recognizing like, okay, yeah, I can punish this. And in the end, Curry just keeping his composure, keep playing the game he knows so well, and moving on through in the winner's side.